Welcome to this week's Weekly Sizzle. As you can see, we're in a different place this week. We've actually been in a different place for the last few weeks, but I'm going to give you a quick tour of 1851 and No Limit Agency's global headquarters. So if this works properly, you're going to see me walk through our entire building, and I will show you what we have going on. Now the good thing is we've structured our new office space to be relevant towards everything that we're going to be accomplishing with 1851. As you can see, that video has taken its strong shape on our site. See our great logo, and people are going to walk through. This is going to be in real time. You can go ahead and wave. Don't pause and act like you're not on the Weekly Sizzle. We're going to have a lot of guest visitors here. Lobbyway, you can see our light bulbs for the big ideas. This space is going to be used for filming, as we had our Weekly Sizzle filmed here last week with Sean Fitzgerald and Philippe Schramm. Here's our digital area. This is where 1851 will be produced, every part of our creative and writing and social. There's some of the digital team back here, and this will be used at a later date. This is going to be our 1851 Global Data Center, where we'll be able to monitor all the data that's going on in 1851. So part of us doing this office space the way we did is that we can create a place that is conducive for collaboration and for us to come up and continuously come up with better ideas for how we can influence franchise brands and ultimately content on the web. What we've been able to accomplish in our short period here is quite amazing. You, as a reader, are one of 60,000 now. So we went from 14,000 in May to climbing to 30,000 in March to 40,000 in April, and now we're going to break 60,000 viewers on our site. So we definitely appreciate that. As we've built out this space, as you can see, it's used for two functionalities. One, 1851. Two is No Limit Agency, which is our sister company to each other. We have plenty of meeting rooms, and as you can see, from a fun point, we have Singer sewing machines, if that light pops on. And those of you that understand the founding of 1851, Singer sewing machines is the real reason. 1851 was the year that Singer decided to start franchising its business. As we go down this long hallway, we're going to start moving into the PR team. As we set up 1851, one of the things that we did is we added the components of PR, marketing, advertising, social, digital, all into one. What you'll see here is the two areas working hand in hand to drive content that is valuable to you. What you've noticed as a reader is that we are aggregating content. This means we're trying to become the be-all, end-all, one-stop shop for everything that happens in franchising. So whether that news happens on Franchise Times or Franchise Update or on Nation's Restaurant News, we're trying to pull that content in and make sure that you have one space to get all that news. We designed our space with many different coves, different areas. We have pitch rooms and wellness rooms. This is because we want to make sure that our space is staff friendly. And what you're going to see here in the front of our suites is that we have created a space that is there to de-stress. And we're going to take a nice close-up of this view. So here is the media team, and they're all going to sign a disclaimer that says they're cool being on 1851's Weekly Sizzle. One waiver, just one waiver. No one else wants to wave?
Oh, I'll wave. Sure. Hi.
We heard a shout out to her fans. That's all three of you that watch this. So let's take a look out of that view, because that's really what we're here to see.
Yes.
Well, the view of our staff is just as nice. So, as you can see, a beautiful view of the city of Chicago, the global headquarters for 1851. So, as we continue to move through the space, you'll see that we actively have news on. Some of you are going to judge the fact that we have Fox Business on the TV, but all of our televisions are designed to give real-time view into what's happening in the news, which is what we're doing with the publication. More offices, and as I try not to trip on myself as we go backwards, we enter into the play area. One of our feelings from a cultural standpoint is to make sure that our staff have plenty of areas to relax and re-energize, because both sides, both the agency side and 1851, can be stressful. So we engineered the space to be friendly towards anyone that that needs a break. You can see we have our ping pong table and our dartboard and another great view. When we were deciding on how to build the space, you can see there's no offices in the front. This is because we wanted to make sure our staff had the killer view up front and in the back. So on the outlining space, it's all about our team. Break area, another Singer sewing machine for those of you that are starting to see the theme, and of course another television that's giving more news and up-to-date features. So as we continue to progress the magazine, you're going to see this continuously expand into our global headquarters for 1851. We're constantly challenging what is next in franchising. I go to plenty of franchise expos and plenty of franchise conferences, and the constant talk is, what is the silver bullet? The reality is it doesn't exist. I've written about that, I've talked about it, but here, the collaboration of all forms of communication working together for one common goal, I think it gives us the best shot to succeed. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create a collaborative environment that now is working on your behalf to help you either identify the franchise that you want to buy or get in front of the right prospects that are interested in buying it. So appreciate you taking the quick tour with us this week on the Weekly Sizzle. You'll obviously see the space and many of these issues to come. Have a good weekend. And our refrigerator is always stocked, as you can see. We're gonna cut over into, you're gonna have to cut that. Yo, 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 here on MTV Cribs. You obviously have to look what's in the, oh, there's a lot of crap in there. Let's not take a peek at that.
Me.
Now the smallest office in the place. This is where the magic happens. You're gonna have to cut that. People are not gonna wanna see that.